Welcome to the Bombshells laboratory review for the Fanstoys FT-57 tube. I'll be reviewing this figure in 6 categories, those being the aesthetics of the alt mode as you can see here, the transformation into robot mode, a little bit about the engineering and some of the interesting points there, the aesthetics of the robot mode, the articulation, and finally the accessories. Then at the end, I'll be going over my overall feelings about the figure and just my general final emotions. Getting right into it here, and this is Fanstoys' rendition of a Masterpiece G1 Pipes. In vehicle mode, he looks about how you'd expect. Fanstoys does a really good job with all of these mini bots. He looks really, really nice. You know, little truck mode, similar to Huffer, who is kind of his mold mate, but who is engineered very differently from him. I don't have the Huffer on hand right now, but that's another figure that I plan on picking up pretty soon. A little bit sizable compared to some of the other mini-bots that I have, at least in alt mode, you know. Nice little truck, for sure. For quick size comparison here, here's the Fanstoys Jive. And they look absolutely tremendous together, honestly. I mean, Fanstoys figures all tend to look really good together. Obviously, just because of the consistency in paint and everything. But honestly, both of these figures just look excellent. So, all in all, the aesthetics here on alt mode are really nice. You've got your back window painted here. You've got your side windows all in. That's actually like smoky blue on the side. Smoky blue transparent plastic. You got rubber wheels, so it rolls really well. Some die cast both at the front and the back, I think, so it can, depending on which way you want it to roll, I suppose. You could start it here and roll it and go pretty far. Fits together really nicely. Everything tabs in really well. Just a really nice, compact little truck. Jumping into transformation here, we're going to start by untabbing his arms, folding them away. We'll do that, but in a second. Untab his arms, fold them away. We're going to push his head in here and untab all of this. Lift that piece up. Lift this some, but not all the way. It won't go all the way. Don't try to force it. I imagine that would probably break it. I don't know. I haven't. You can kind of see that smoky blue on the inside there while I'm doing this. I'm going to untab these pieces from the side. You can see where that edge is. Turn this so that it's facing inwards. And with that out, push that in. And it'll actually tab. You can hear it tab in. Do the same on this side. Turn that piece, get it around, tabbed in right there. Okay, now we're going to come to the top here and fold this piece down and that over that. Bring this down and through this hole we've got down here. Make sure that's all tabbed in there. Bring his backpack down, and we'll finish that up in just a second. We're going to bring the arms out here, untab those from the side, reach inside of here and push them out on both sides. There you go, and you can see those extend. Close that head back up, drop this down, You can hear that tab in several different places, and you've got a big tab here and a hole there. You're going to drop all this down and tab that in there. We will once again, actually we'll get to those now, yeah. So we're going to open these up and flip the hand around. Fold the arm up to make our lives a little bit easier. Fold these up and tab them into the back of the arm here, like so. Open this one up too. Drop it down, close that, tab it into the back of the arm, and fold that hand around. And there we've got our upper body. And he's kind of a, there you go, there's a little bit of a like squat pipes, a tiny tube one might say, you know. Split our legs here, and there's these locks on the inside of both legs. You're gonna unlock that. You're gonna unlock that, pull your foot out, lift that, and then open your leg up here. Come over to the side, untab your leg here from the inside, fold it down. That'll tab back in, down here. Should. Close that up, fold the lock down, lock that all back together, and you've got one leg. Do the same on this side now. Untab that, pop your foot out there, and you can feel it, you know. Lift your toe, and that might not be all the way out. There we go. Do that. Fold your leg out. Fold this down here. Close this up and lock it. Drop that back into place. And there you've got your your little Fanstoys tube. There you go. He looks, honestly, just excellent. Neat little looking guy. Jumping into a couple neat little things with the engineering here. Number one, Fanstoys has used these locks on the leg before, but I really enjoy them. I think that that whole engineering ideology is really good, and they use it pretty often. It tends to lead to fairly solid legs, and you don't necessarily have to worry about stability issues if joints are a little bit too tight in a situation like that. You know, you aren't worrying about where you're moving it if you're going to break your calves or anything. And we'll get into articulation here in a bit. But also, I enjoy how compact his backpack is, considering what it starts as, you know. That's a real feat of engineering, I think. These mini bots are all really good looking, but this guy is a personal favorite. That backpack is just really crazy. Like, I think, I can't wait to get the Huffer and see how they do it on him, because I know that he's engineered heavily differently from this guy. But the way that this little dude can compact essentially an entire truck mode into that little screen accurate backpack is honestly pretty crazy to me. Yeah, he's just pretty neat. Getting into the aesthetics of this guy, and his paint is really nicely done. He's got this kind of gunmetal going all over him, but it's almost like a gunmetal tan. instead of a gunmetal gray. This blue is really, really nice. Very dark. Very clean on the back, other than what is screen accurate. Really nice face sculpt. Lots of nice sculpted detail on the torso there. On the sides and everything. Just generally a very nice looking figure. Not hard to get into a dynamic looking pose, even without the mouth and everything. Although I don't think Transformers has ever really relied on mouths to show emotion. At least not in the shows, you know. No. There he is. Getting into articulation here and starting at the top, we've got our head here, which is on a hinge back there all the way, and you can turn it a full 360, which is important on your little guys, you know. You want them to be able to look up because there isn't very much shorter than him. He can actually look down a little bit too. Full 360 at the arms, if you can get it around the backpack, which isn't that hard. Full 360 at the elbow there. Elbow bend past 90 degrees, although this one's quite loose. This one's a lot better. Elbow bend past 90 degrees, like I said. All of your fingers open. And there's a spot there to hold a gun, but it doesn't come with one. He's got big-ass guns on his arms. I'm not really all that worried about it. Legs go forward to here. And back to there. They bend just past 90 degrees there. You can hear a lot of these are really nice ratchet joints. Very high quality. Ankle pivot, that's really crazy. You've got actually a fair bit of both up and down at the ankle as well. And then the ankle itself can move. So you can get it in some even more dramatic angles. Just a generally very well articulated figure. Really not hard to get him looking dynamic. You can pretty consistently just kind of bend a knee, turn a leg, you know. And if you're worried if he'll stand like that, I am pleased to report that the answer is a resounding yes, he will. Very easily. He's got really nice big feet too, so good footprint, you know, to stand on. Very dynamic little guy. Getting into accessories here to finish this off, and we've got our normal face, but we've also got, we can get his eyes out here. They're just on that tab there at the top. And if we can get those off of there, he's got some, come on. He's also got a pair of blue eyes. which I will be honest, getting them on there is a lot easier than getting them off. But those look really nice, really nicely painted. And this gives you a good chance to look at those red eyes that he comes with. And again, those are also really nicely painted in the metallic. And then he also comes with a toy head, which is what we prefer to display him with. It's got the little visor on it. You can just peg that in right there. It looks pretty much perfect. Getting his arms in a bit of a pose here gives us the ability to show off his next little thing, which is he comes with I believe that it's Metroplex's transformation cog. But I, much like every other reviewer, honestly think that it looks like a bomb. It looks like a bomb. I thought it was a bomb when I bought him. I forgot about the transformation cog. I'm not complaining, mind you. I like to think that it's a bomb. You know, he's got his little bomb. There you go. And there's your little pipes with his bomb. Alright, final feelings on the Fanstoys FT-57 tube. Now this guy looks amazing, and for the most part, out of the box, felt amazing. But actually, there's been some TLC done here already. This joint here was so loose out of the box that it would not hold position, and I had to tighten that up. I tried to get these things on the side open so that I could tighten these up too, because you can see they're pretty loose. But I got a paint scratch out of that and nothing else, so I just kind of gave up on that, if I'm honest. But other than a couple things with the lower arms, he's pretty much everything that I would want in a figure of this guy, you know? He looks great. His colors are everything you could ever hope for. It's a very deep, like, navy blue. All of the metallics are really nice. It's like I said, it's almost a rose gold or a tan, or a metallic tan instead of an actual silver. Very posable, very sturdy. Neat little alt mode too. And his transformation isn't super complex, but just enough so to keep you interested. He's certainly a cool little guy. End of the day, I think for the price that they want for him, he's also got a lot of die-cast in him. I think I mentioned that earlier, but he does have quite a bit of die-cast in him. I think, honestly, for the price that they want for him, he's very worth it if you like pipes, if you like the design. I don't think that those arm joints are an issue with every copy. I've seen a couple different people have had the issues with this one's turning. But I'm a little bit less certain on the bend, honestly. But I don't think that should actually necessarily spur you away from him. He can still hold poses just fine. And considering how good he looks for the price that he's at, it's really not that bad. One thing that I thought was kind of odd is, in spite of the fact that most Fanstoys figures are painted top to bottom, and, you know, he is too, there is one spot right inside of both of his guns, if I can get that arm to stay forward, that's completely unpainted. I don't know why. I'm not complaining necessarily. I don't think it's a big thing at all. But, you know, just a bit odd considering. But all things considered, I think that he's another neat little Fanstoys mini bot. If you're in on the Fanstoys mini bots, or you know, you just like pipes or any other sort of thing, I think you should pick him up. He's pretty good. All right, this is Bombshells Laboratory, signing off. You guys have a good night.